We have the tech to get food delivered in 15 minutes, but we all have horror stories about buying tickets. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage. Get amazing tickets in just a few taps. Fees are included, so what you see is what you pay. And the Game Time guarantee means authentic tickets at the best price every time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to concerts, sports, comedy, and more with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, everybody? It's Friday Face-Off. We're going to take a controversial topic in the hockey world, and Jeff and I are going to debate it. Sometimes we're facing off and we don't like each other. Sometimes we agree. That's okay. We're friends. We're cousins. We're best. Okay, so today, the topic for today, and this is one that gets people real excited to talk about. Real heated, especially in the youth hockey world. And we just had the man, Bob Mancini. Bob Mancini, one of the top guys in hockey development for USA Hockey. Actually, might be the top guy of hockey development, USA Hockey. And we threw out a note on social media saying, hey, we're having Bob Mancini as a part of our community. He's going to come in and answer questions from our community members. But do you guys have any questions that you think would be good to ask Bob as one of the heads of USA Hockey? And the amount of people that reached out about this specific question was absolutely insane. It was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And Bob was great on the community call. Like he answers, like he had to answer some tough questions. That's one of the cool things about being a part of our community is like you get to have access to like ask questions to some of the top minds in the game. And so, yeah. So go to community.thehockeythinktank.com if you're not a part of it already. It's awesome. I think we have 170 members or something like that now. But anyway, so it's been like 2 minutes. We haven't even gotten to the question yet, but we're going to get to the question right now. Jeffrey, are you for, pro, or against the rule within USA Hockey where you cannot ice the puck on the penalty kill? Are you pro icing or are you pro non-icing?
What age?
What do you got? What age? Let's do Bantams and below, and then we'll do midgets and above.
In junior hockey, you can still ice it, correct?
Yes. Yeah, you can do it in juniors.
So midgets, I would be against. Even though
think they should be able to ice it.
They should be able to ice it because junior hockey, for me, junior hockey is the first taste of real hockey. I think junior hockey is like for people who are, really trying to go up in levels. Junior hockey is real. Junior hockey is when it becomes a real business. Like people's jobs are to win.
So you think that you should be able to do it in midget hockey because it prepares them for junior hockey, which is when real hockey is.
And because you can be cut.
You can
be cut. You can be traded. Your team's not winning. Coach is going to get new players because he feeds his family on wins and losses for the most part. In a lot of organizations, it's not just about development. So for me, that's real hockey. So I would want to prepare them for that. But before midgets, I'm okay with it. It's working. It's like anything that we talk about in the gym or in practices. You're putting a constraint so that you're forcing players to work on other things, skills that we deem are important and are necessary to move on through the levels of hockey and to gain more skill and ability. So for me, below midgets, good with it. I think U16 AAA, probably U16 Central States too. I'd probably say U16 Central States and above. So U16 AAA and then U18 Central States, U18 AAA. Those are the four levels that I would like to see them not have it, only because now so many players go from U16 to juniors. I wish it was only U18, but a lot of players don't play U18. So I guess that's where I stand on it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's good rationale. I could be persuaded with your argument on doing it at 16 and 18s because I do agree it's it's a learning curve when you get to junior hockey for sure. And the more you're ready, the more the game looks like juniors. I can understand that. Anything, I would still advocate that you probably could be doing that at those ages too, though.
Right. I
It's a
could
very good
see.
argument for that.
Yeah, it's not that hard to. It's not that hard to learn to bear down and just freaking take a slap shot and get it out. However, how many guys and games have we played in where guys can't do that? They don't get it out, and you lose a game.
It's a skill. Yeah,
So,
it's a skill. It's a skill to be able to do that on the penalty kill.
I can see
for
both.
Sure.
I can see both for the older guys.
So here's the why. Here's the why on why Vechs and I'll just, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but this is why I believe that this is a great rule. And I'm not even just, this is a great rule. Again, when we talk about what we want to see in a hockey player, Vechs, you're always big on this. Let's look at what we want them to look like at the end, and then let's deconstruct, and put together a plan for development to get them to that.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Spot. So many kids, their dream is to play high level hockey, right? Whether that's topping out at high school, whether that's topping out in college, whether that's topping out in pro, whatever it may be. The most important thing if you want to play at those levels is you have to be able to make plays. You have to be able to make plays. If you don't make any plays during a game, then you're just kind of out there. You're not really a positive value add to your team. Maybe if you're like one of those guys who has incredible effort and those kinds of things, but still, you still have to be able to make plays. And so what can we do at the youth levels that force kids to have to make plays? Right. And so this is one of those rules that you have to make a play. You can't just take the easy way out and ice it. Now, for all those people who are like, icing it is a skill, and having the ability to be able to do that is a skill. I'm not going to disagree with you. We just talked about that. Like, that is a skill in a hockey sense thing, to be able to maybe hold on to the puck for an extra half a second and then find the seam in between the two defenders to throw it down the ice kind of thing. Sure. Like, I know you're going to miss out on that, but that's like 10%. Like 90% is being able to make a pass, get open to be of support of a guy to make a pass and things like that. And so this rule is really I don't want to say forcing. This rule is emphasizing playmaking. And that is one of the most important things. Now, when I talk about playmaking, what does that mean? A lot of it, honestly, is the players without the puck. It's putting an emphasis on the players without the puck, which is what we need to do way more in our practices. We always focus on the puck carrier instead of focusing on the players without the puck. And when you talk about hockey sense, a lot of what hockey sense is understanding how to support the puck. That's a lot of what hockey sense is. And so this rule, again, it emphasizes and reinforces players without the puck to have to move to be of support of the puck carrier, because now they can't just ice the puck, which you don't need puck support for. Does that make sense?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
And the other thing that I always talk about when I go back and forth with people about this rule is like, I played and coached at Cornell. Cornell every year has one of the top penalty kills in the country and is one of the top defensive teams in the country. When I coached there, once a week, we did a drill where it was half ice and it was inside the zone PK, and our guys were not allowed to ice the puck. Why? Because in the game, a lot of times you have to make a pass or two of support before you can even ice the puck. So we were teaching our players and putting them in situations where they had to understand and react to what was going on during that play, be of support, and then the guy with the puck, have your head up and look for that support and communicate, that you're open, all these skills that are so incredibly foundationally important to all of our kids' development. And so again, we're reinforcing you have to make plays. And that's why the rule was enacted. That's why I believe in the rule at the younger ages. I would even, I would say 16U2, like, and again, can I be persuaded the other way at that age? Because some of those kids are going to go play juniors. Sure. Like, I'm not going to sit here and die on that hill, but I am going to strongly endorse this rule at the younger ages because, it's forcing kids to make plays and play hockey and be of support.
Absolutely. We did that too in college. It wasn't like a specific day every week, but it was like sometimes coach would put that constraint on it. I think we did it with Hastings in the USHL. I did it on a bunch of pro teams where you had to skate it out of the zone. And, part of that is going to be so that the power play has more of a chance to work on retrievals and getting it back if they lose it and things like that, and to make it harder on the killers. And I truly believe that I think that's one of the reasons that I did that on so many teams, that I scored a lot of shorthanded goals. There was one year in college hockey, my sophomore year, when I was up for defensive forward of the year, not a big deal. I was second in college hockey in shorthanded goals, only to my teammate, Mark Latesta, who wound up playing like 10 years in the show. He scored one more than me. But I really do believe it was because we did that in practice a lot, and I always killed in practice. And so it gave me that mindset to get to the puck quick and look for an out, fake shot, look for an out, and then go jump on offense. Because a lot of teams, when they got 4 or 5 forwards out there, they don't know how to play defense on a rush. So you wind up having some good offensive opportunities too.
Yeah, it's all about like the anticipation. It's all about the anticipation. Anticipation. You talk about skills that are necessary at the next level. Being able to anticipate plays and be in spots of support. That's why you got so many of those goals. And you were Crazy Legs of Vecchio.
Crazy Legs of Vecchio. Male model, Crazy Legs. Don't be a butthole. Share the show.
Share the show.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.